Hi, it's Jack. Welcome to my Poptropica walkthrough for Nabooti Island. In this island, we will be going all around Africa to find hidden gems and bring them back here to the museum. Please leave a like on this video and subscribe to my channel for more Poptropica content. If you want to know how to play this island and all the other classic ones, the instructions are in the description. Alright, let's drop into the island and enter the museum. Once you're inside, you can go down to the bottom floor and head to your right. Then it'll take you to this cutscene. You'll see this statue from the ancient Nabooti people. You can talk to the woman standing next to it to get information. You can see that a lot of the gems that are part of the statue are missing, and we are tasked with finding all of them. And spoiler alert, they're all over the continent of Africa, and we will fly around in a plane to find them all. All right, so she gives us the map of Africa. I'll try to tell you where we're going, but first let's exit the museum, and you're going to head all the way to the left. That's where the pilot is, so you don't really need to talk to him. Head all the way to your left and just click fly on the seat of the plane. And the first place we're going to go is called the Mountains of the Moon, and it's right there. I think this is in the Democratic Republic of the Congo, but I'm not completely certain. So you see that there's goats. They're going to run up at you and bump into you. So you want to jump over the first one. Then you'll see there's one more right here. Jump over it and try to get to the left of it. And then use it to knock yourself up onto the next platform. Watch out for the following rocks. First thing you're going to do is jump up here. Head to your left and talk to her. She says that she's collecting cactus figs, and you can see there's one right there. What you're going to want to do is jump on this rock and then jump all the way up and to the right, and then we get to keep this one. So continue on. Here, jump over the waterfall, and then jump up here. And I think there's a goat here that'll run up against you and knock you over. So jump over him onto this little platform, then jump across to our left. And you're going to, oh, careful, I think I got knocked over here. Jump onto the icy platforms at the top. And you will slide a little bit on the ice, so be careful. What you're going to need to do is, I think you have to jump up onto that left one and then onto this top one. So jump left first, and then I fall, because the ice is really slippery here, so you have to be very careful with it. So I waited till I was fully still, then I jumped, then jumped to your right, talk to him. You have to beat him in a game of Mancala before we can enter the cave. So what I did is I clicked the fourth one first, and then I clicked the furthest left one, because then we were able to take all of his little rocks. And from that point, what you want to do is just get as many on your side as you can. So I didn't really know how to play well. I was hoping that he wouldn't make that move. But you can see that I kind of just made it up as I went along. Past the first move, I just wished for the best of luck. What you're going to want to do is try to get as many of his as you can. And if you landed an empty one, you're able to do that. And because I was able to keep quite a few on my side, that ended up working out really well for me. Try to keep more on your side than on his side. And at the end of the game, they'll all go over to you and you'll win. So once you win that, enter the cave, and you're going to want to jump up. Now you want to be careful because these are icy, and you can see I over jumped that one. So head back to your left. But if you do fall, make sure to grab this cell phone that's at the bottom of the cave. You will need that later. And if you make it all the way to the platform, the last platform on your first try, don't forget to go to the bottom of the cave and get that cell phone. I fall again, but you know, if you fall, get back up. That's the moral of the story. So this time, make sure it's just a short jump, then another short jump, then one more, and then I jump all the way to the end, and we got our first jewel. So we got the red one. From this point, you can just go to the bottom of the cave, walk across, and then climb up these platforms, jump up them, and we can exit the Mountains of the Moon, which I checked, and it is in the Democratic Republic of the Congo. All right, so we can just jump all the way down. Head to our right. Get to the plane. And now we're going to fly to the Blue Nile Falls in Ethiopia. It's right there. It's very close by. Once you're here, jump up onto your plane, then jump onto these grass-colored platforms, and you want to get that blue flower, the Egyptian blue lily. Then you can jump across, and I think I fall, but just get onto these grass-colored platforms on the right-hand side of the waterfall, jump all the way up to the top, and talk to the lady with the fox, the chicken, and the feed. And we have a task here. We have to get all three across the bridge, but we can't leave the chicken and the fox alone because the fox will eat the chicken, and we can't leave the chicken and the feed alone because the chicken will eat the feed. So first bring the chicken over, then bring the feed over, take back the chicken, swap it out with the fox, bring the fox over, and then bring the chicken over. We did it. All right, so because of that, we'll get a reward. There's a hidden cave behind the large bush on the right side of the waterfall. So we'll head to our right. You can jump up these rocks, and you see where it is right there? Just click on the bush, it'll go away. And this is just like the other cave from before. You have to target the jumps correctly. But in this one, there'll be falling, things from the top of the cave, and they'll knock you over. So make sure to jump quickly and accurately. So you get our first one, then our second one, then our third one. You can see it starts moving, and I think there's 4 before we get to the last platform. Get the purple jewel from here, and we can head back. Nothing else to do in this cave. So we are ready to go once I can get those jumps correct. All right. So head back to your left and we will fly again. So I accidentally fly to Giza, and that is where we're going next. But first, before we get here, we need to go back to home base. And get a turban. So we blend in with the other grave workers or whatever whoever they are who are in Egypt. They won't give us the shovel if we don't have a turban on. So what we'll do is we'll trade the lily that we got from the Blue Nile Falls, and we'll take the desert turban. And you're going to want to put that on. And you'll see that everyone else over there is wearing one. So we will blend right in, and that will help because they'll give us a shovel, and we will need that for this island. So head back to Giza in Egypt and talk to the first guy right here. He'll tell you, oh good, an extra hand, you'll need a shovel. And as you can see on there, there's a phone number, and we did just get a phone from the Mountains of the Moon. So click use and type in 5556789. And then Vince Graves, who's this guy over here, he will leave and will be able to get into his bag. As you can see, the other people here, they're going to leave. So click on his bag and we will get a moonstone. Oh, they're Tomb Raiders. Okay, so the Tomb Raider is left. Climb all the way to the top of what I believe is the Sphinx and click on your items. You will use the moonstone and it will shine a light on the door and it will open it. So we will now head inside. So there's a few things you need to do while inside here. We'll need those symbols later. First, you're going to want to click on this. Click on the furthest left, then click on the third one, and click on the last one. That will determine the orientation of these platforms, and you want them all horizontal across so you can walk across them. Then jump up and head to your right. You're going to jump up these little platforms, and here we have to put this puzzle together in the correct order. You want it to match what's engraved into the wall. So first thing you want to do is find the piece that's stacked on the furthest right and then push it all the way to the left, because in the engraving it is the furthest left piece. Then take this piece right here and push it down. Then what we're going to want to do is find the piece that's to the right here, push it to your right, and then bring it in. Then take this end piece and push it to your right again. And that'll go in the end here. Now we just need to connect all four pieces together. So head to your left and push them together until it opens this platform. So you can jump up and head to your left. Alright, once we're here, you want to head to your left, and we're going to use those hieroglyphics that we saw earlier. So jump up, but unfortunately I don't jump up far enough and I fall back to the start. But I'll show you that you don't need to go through the whole thing again. You can just climb that rope that you saw. So just climb it up, it'll take you back to where we were, and this time we'll be successful. So we'll head up. First one is the second from left, then jump up to the furthest left, then jump up to the third from left, and then jump up to the furthest right. Jump up one more time, and click on the rope to head up. And this will take us to the final part of the Sphinx tasks. So you'll see that there are 4 levers that will control the rising of sand in the room, and they need to be clicked in order. So the first one is the furthest right. So click on that, and then sand will start filling up the room. Head to your left. The second one you need to click is second from left. And you have to do this in a certain amount of time. You have until the sand covers the levers, so you don't want it to get to that point. So the next one you have to do is the third from left, and then the last one is the furthest left. So at that point the sand will stop and it will open the tomb, and there is the blue jewel that we need. So at this point, you can exit the pyramid, and you just head up to your left. It should take us to the entrance, I think. Oh no, you have to head down. So just fall all the way down, then fall all the way down again. Just walk to your right, and there you go. That's the easiest way out. So now just head to your left. And we will fly again. You don't need the turban from this point, so if you want, you can take it off. You don't have to necessarily. We're going to fly south to the Kaya forests in Kenya. Now here we have a few things that we need to do. First, we need to jump up to the trees until you see a gold nugget. You want to pick that up. Then you see this turtle. What we're going to do is feed it the cactus fig that we got earlier. So click on that. The turtle will wake up and walk over to it. And you can see there was kind of a hole in the ground where the turtle was sleeping. So we're going to dig that up. And we got an ebony elephant, and it summoned ghosts. I guess that's something that happens when you take artifacts from, I don't know, ancient lands or anything like that. But anyways, they are woken up and they are looking for something that was actually taken from them called a fingo, and they want us to use that ebony elephant to trade it for the fingo, which we're going to do back at home base. So head back over there. We will go to the trading areas, and we're going to get two things from here. First, talk to the woman furthest on the left, and we will trade the elephant for the fingo. And the fingo is an, I don't know what that is, some sort of like ceramic bowl, bucket, basket, I don't really know. Anyways, we will also talk to the guy on the right and trade the gold nugget for a digital camera, which we'll need at the safari portion, which is after that, after the Kaya forests. So we'll go back on our plane, we will fly back to the Kaya forests, and we will go talk to the ghosts. Talk to the one on the left and tell him that you found the fingo. And once we give it to him, he will give us one of the jewels. So we got one more. They're at peace now because their artifact was returned to them. And we can head out. We're going to go to the safari next, which is also in Kenya. Once you're here, head to your right. I go in the internet cafe. That was an accident. So don't go in the internet cafe. In fact, just keep heading to your right. Head to your right and talk to Big Zeke, who is the owner of Big Zeke's Wild Safari, and he is going to have us take pictures of animals for his website, his business. Anyways, first thing you want to do, the giraffe should be like kind of in the center. Take a photo. You just want to make sure that each of the animals is in the center of the frame. Then if you go to the bottom left, you'll see the zebra. If you go to, there's also the lion down there who we'll take a picture of in a moment. Go to the top left tree to take a photo of the bird. Then go to the bottom left corner to get a photo of the lion. Then over to our right, we'll have the alligator. keep scrolling to the right until you get to the river and take a photo of it. Then further to the right, we have the gazelle. You can see the bottom right corner. Once he comes back, take a photo of him. And then last but not least, a little bit further up than the gazelle is the elephant. And once he comes out from behind that area, you can get a photo of him. And then the 8th photo we don't really need, so I just took a random photo, gave it back to him, and said the photos look great. He doesn't pay us, of course, but he gives us an old work hat, which we will need for the next part of our island. So once you're there, we can head down, go to the diamond mines, and then head to your right. But first, actually, you need to put on the hard hat, and I forgot. So this guy stopped me. Go to your items, put on the hard hat, and then you'll be able to enter the area. You're going to go all the way to the right, click on this lever. It'll shut off the electricity for just a moment so we can get past the fence without being electrocuted. Climb up this little hill, then jump up onto this diagonal platform, then fall through, keep heading to the right, and jump up onto that barrel of oil, then enter into the mines, or this part of the area. Also, if I didn't tell you before, we're in South Africa. I'm not sure if I mentioned it. Okay. This part, you have to watch out for moving mine carts, and this one's about to hit me. You'll see what happens. Actually, no, wait, it didn't hit me. That's good. You just want to jump up and get to the top. Oh, that one's the one that hit me. Okay. Well, if you get hit by a minecart, it will knock you over. So try your best to avoid them. This one, I jump over successfully. Next one, I don't know if I do. Oh wait, look at that. Look at me. I'm doing great. This one I get hit by twice. But I'm 3 times. Okay. But I'm able to get past it. And I jump over this one. Take your time with that. Then, once you're there, head in. And now we'll be in the mines. So for this part, you'll see that there's some big rocks that we want to get past. So what we'll do is, first we're going to drag over this oil. However, we can't do that without shutting off the electricity momentarily. We're going to use the oil to blow up the rock right here. So just push the barrel of oil over to it, then head back and turn the electricity back on. Those little sparks will make the rock explode. Then we're going to push one more barrel of oil all the way across. To the end of the screen, and you'll see that there's a lot of rocks that are holding up the end of the screen so we can't go to the right. However, now we'll be able to. So the electrical sparks will get caught in the line of oil and it will blow up those rocks. So now we can access the mines. So head to your right. And once you're here, move to your right again. Push the minecart. You'll automatically get in it. And then we'll be on our way. For this next part in the mines, you're going to have to duck and jump a few times. So once it gets narrow at the top, duck down. Then you'll see something that says jump. We're going to jump. Then duck down again. You have to do that one pretty quickly. Then jump one more time. Then duck down a third time. I believe we have to jump one more time. This is a bigger jump, so you want a little more extra time. Then duck once more. I think that's the last one. And it will take us to the mines. Well, we're already in the mines, but now we're going to be able to get in the last part of the mine. So, jump up onto these platforms. First, you want to jump onto the rock on the far right, then jump up until you get to the one with all of the white jewels. Somewhere in the bottom left corner is the hidden jewel that we're looking for. Just magnify over a few of them until you find the one with the symbol. It'll be in that bottom left quadrant of the, array of jewels. So look there. You can see the exact one in the video. Now that we're done that, you don't need the hard hat anymore. I took it off. We're going to fly back home and give back all of the hidden gems. So once we're there, head into the museum. Head down to where we were before, at the statue, and then talk to the woman next to the statue. We have to put all of the jewels in the correct order, and I'll show you that right now. On the bottom is blue, after yellow and orange, of course. So you want to put that one first. Then you're going to want to put white, because it says blue is next to white. Then you're going to want to put red. Then you're going to want to put green, which puts green at 3 spaces from blue and 1 space above red. Then lastly is purple at the very top. And we did it. So at this point, looks like those jewels were power crystals for the statue, and she can return home. So I guess she was some sort of space alien or something. I don't really know. But there she goes. And with that, we have completed the island. So, yes, I would never have guessed that the jewels were of alien origin. We did it. We were able to find all the jewels, so we completed the island. And that is island number 7 for the Poptropica Nostalgia Project. We're moving right along. I hope you have a great rest of your day, and I will see you tomorrow for the next Poptropica video.